All right, what's up, everyone? I'm just getting my stream started right now, and I think the audio and everything should be good to go. I do I have a puffy face? No, I think I'm okay. I was uh I was just watching the finale of Arcane season 2, and I have to say, there's a lot of imperfections in this series, but oh my god, when it gets it right, it really gets it right. Very, very fun to watch. Um, very satisfying payoffs in on several fronts, and really enjoyed, uh, really enjoyed watching that second season, especially the end of it, the second half of it. So now I'm just going to open up. And where is this? Let me just make sure that everything here's there we go. So I'm gonna just fix up my windows and see if anybody wants to join. All right. So if you are just joining the stream right now, I'm just setting up, and today I have a pretty packed schedule, so I need to keep things moving pretty quickly. But if you are joining, just say hi, and then we'll take it from there. Um, hopefully, yeah. Oops. Okay. So okay, chat is up, and then okay, that's just an awkward view of my. There we go. All right. And now I'm just going to quickly announce that my stream's going live in Discord. And if just to remind anyone who is here, if you are joining, can't tell because sometimes YouTube is glitchy with the participation like count. But if you are here, you're welcome to ask me any questions that you have on anything that I might be helpful to you for. It could be SAT, it could be other things as well. This week I've been spending a little bit more time on YouTube actually, and it's been fun. It's been rewarding. It's been fruitful. Um, let me do a quick recap. I did a video on the I did a video on the SAT. What did I do? I forgot what I did. I did a cool video on the SAT. Oh, it was in response to a Reddit comment that I'd seen, and it was about a kid who had full bars on his reading and writing. I think he's a he, judging by the chat and the comments and the usernames. But the uh, yeah, full bars on all four sections, but had not an 800 but 740. So I made that video, and then just for fun, I just decided to make a quick YouTube post with a writing exercise inspired by something I had read that night. And then I realized that since no one was commenting, maybe it's because no one knows what a successful demonstration of that writing exercise actually looks like. So I decided to just turn that into a video. So I did that as well. So that was fun. And so I've just been publishing more videos, and hopefully I can keep that. I don't know right now. Like, I haven't really personally, like, I've always been more of a live streamer. I wasn't really committed to this idea of like doing a bunch of like videos, but I'm just sort of experimenting with it right now, and I am. It could be a sort of side hobby that I take slightly more seriously. So, if you have any opinions on what I could do, then yeah, feel free to share that with me. But again, this is office hours. You're allowed to just ask me questions on anything that's on your mind. and I will be checking the chat even if I am multitasking and doing other things like right now. So I just notified Discord, and I'm just gonna catch up on some chats since there's no chat right now in YouTube. So I'm gonna, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna go and screen Discord real quick. Okay. I've done Wordle today. I've done all four of these today. So, okay. So yeah, if you are joining, just say hi and let me know you're here. Oh, I've already done all this today, so there's really nothing else. Book club. There's so many things to read. But it definitely slows me down when I'm reading on a stream schedule instead of just reading whenever I want to. So I have to figure this out, whether I want to continue doing this or not. But okay. By the way, I'm not going to be here much longer because I have a pretty packed schedule today. So if you don't be shy, just ask me if you have questions that you have that I could help you with. Just ask me because I'm gonna probably switch over to the members only stream in around 15 minutes, and then I'm only gonna do the members only stream for around 25 minutes, and then I have to move on to the rest of my day. Okay, so gonna quickly check it. Okay, I mean, I was just doing some other things, but might as well show you what I'm doing. So now, actually, that includes confidential information, so it's hard to show. What can I do that's not? I guess I could. Right, because this just came out yesterday, so Act 3 got a 7 out of 10. Ridiculous. Okay. Uh, Beautiful but unsatisfying is a little more negative than me actually. Surprising. Um, 9 out of 10 is really high. uh, Higher than I would put it. Okay, yeah. Some people are not too happy about season 2. Okay. Oh, Susan, what is up? How are you, brother? Is really not the diction I was expecting from a user named Susan, but okay, Susan, what's up? By the way, if you don't want to see these spoilers, I recommend not looking at my screen. But uh, but since I'm just waiting for people to chat with me and ask me any questions that you guys have, I'm just gonna be doing my own thing. And one of the things I'm probably going to do, but actually I don't think I can commit to it because I feel like this is gonna be a huge task. But if I had unlimited time and unlimited just focus, and I could just focus on everything that I want to focus on, then I would probably do a arcane reaction video, uh, which would be sort of in line with my YouTube channel because I've done a bunch of reactions to short stories. I've never done a reaction to a movie or a TV series, but it's not too different. It's just in one I'm reading and in the other I'm watching, right? That's the only real difference. So I think I want to do a reaction video because I've recorded myself watching all of Arcane season 2. But I think it's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of time, and I don't know if it's worth that amount of time for my channel, since my channel isn't primarily a entertainment and media reaction channel. You know what I mean? So if you have opinions on that, let me know. But yeah. But right now, since I literally just finished watching season 2, I'm gonna just think about it a little bit. And yes, you are allowed to ask me about anything, including AP Lit. I'm happy to help. So, oh hey, so we have questions. Here we go. I'll pause on Arcane for a second. First question is detailed suggestion. So, sister, grade 9. That is so broad. I think it's hard to get a detailed suggestion when the question is so broad. Like, I mean, try asking that to ChatGPT, and actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's use ChatGPT. Let's actually use ChatGPT and see what ChatGPT says. But it's so broad. But I will. By the way, I'm not only gonna say what ChatGPT says. I do have a couple basic things I could tell you, and I have them in my head. But I want to start with ChatGPT just to see how far it goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna paste. Need a detailed suggestion. I couldn't get an answer in detail, so my sister is currently in India. We'll just suggest to her so she can improve her reading and writing skill. You are a very technical English tutor. You don't rely on popular tips and tricks. You give very specific advice informed by cognitive task analysis. Oh, I want to see what happens if I actually say this. So I need a detailed set of recommendations. So far, I haven't been able to get an answer at the satisfactory level of detail. I'm currently studying in grade 9 in India. What would you suggest to me so I can improve my reading and writing skills for academic success and professional success? Okay, we'll see what happens. While I generate this with ChatGPT, let me just preview what Roju Grace is asking, which is solving MCQs. Okay, yeah. All right. So I know what your question is. I'll come back to it in a minute. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, the what do you call it? The existing corpus of internet advice is pretty dumb when it comes to English. So even if I say informed by cognitive task analysis, it's not really. Okay, maybe kind of. It is more technical than usual. I feel like it's a little bit more technical, but it's still hard to turn this into specific advice. Yeah. Yeah, but this is actually pretty good stuff. I mean, at a high level, this is pretty good stuff. So let me just quickly walk you through this, and highlight. In fact, I'll share that. Is there a way to share publicly a particular? Ah, hell yeah, yeah. I'll just share this. I don't know if I want it to be discoverable, but I'll share it in chat. Okay, so with that out of the way, let me actually uh, get through this. So annotate, yeah, start with that. So first, the first thing is to just, before we even talk about active reading, let's just talk about reading. The first thing to do is just to start reading. And how do you start reading? The best way to start reading is not to take like really hard texts, because if you start with really hard text, you're just never going to really start reading. You're just going to keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping. So start with reading that you actually enjoy. Okay, and if it might be hard to find readings that you actually enjoy if you have to pay money every single time. So don't go and pay money. Go to a bookstore or go to the library and just do not pay money. Just open a book and see if you like it in the first like 15 minutes. If you don't like it in the first 15 minutes, you're not, you know what? The first 15 minutes of a book is sometimes the best parts of the book. So if it's not going to be there, then it's not going to be later. All right, so just move on from that book and drop that book and find 3 books that you think you're going to like. Okay, then take those 3 books. If you're at a library, you just you just borrow those 3 books. If you're not at a library and you need to pay for it, then just pay for those 3 books and go home and start incorporating them to replace your existing media consumption habits. Okay, you're not trying to do it on top of your media consumption habits. You're trying to replace your media consumption habits. So if you're like doom scrolling on TikTok way too much or whatever, I want you to try to replace the TikTok with a book. Now that means that the book has to be so enjoyable that if you replace the TikTok with the book, it doesn't feel like much of a loss. Okay, so you want an enjoyable book. So prioritize enjoyment at first and develop the habit of reading. And once you develop the habit of reading, then you can get into this step, which is about annotating. And for now, I would actually strongly recommend having a separate color that you for annotating unfamiliar words and phrases. Really, like this is something I used to do as a kid. And then this stuff I'm just gonna skip. Expand vocabulary strategically, and word journals is great. And that's the one that I'm going to emphasize. I'm going to emphasize this. Make the way that I say it. I say this all the time, and basically I say this like once every 2 streams. Make your own vocab list. Please make your own vocab list. Stop waiting for other people to give you a vocab list. If you're just waiting for other people to give you a vocab list, you're just waiting for people to. You're not actually thinking. So please make your own vocab list. Okay. Then over here, challenge material. Later. Do that later. But basically, this will naturally start happening because you're going to eventually start getting bored of the easy stuff. And then critical reading. Summarize and debate. Out of this part, I would really emphasize the summarize and debate. Okay, try to argue with the things that you are reading. Imitate great writing. I literally made a video about this like 2 days ago. And then the thing about writing is that you actually can write, you can improve your writing quite a bit just by buying books on writing. Just like learn to write by buying books on writing and just like following the exercises that are there. And I'll leave it at that. But I think that's already a pretty good start to what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say before I read this? I was gonna say if you want to improve your reading and writing. Yeah, start reading more on your own, especially if there's anything that you enjoy. If there's anything that you enjoy, for example, if there's a topic in school that you enjoy, find a book about that topic. Like, do a follow through. Okay, if you read a book by one author and you really enjoyed that author, then buy another book from the same author. Don't try to artificially diversify if right now you're not even enjoying reading in the first place. The first thing to do is increase the joy. So you must increase the amount of reading that you do by increasing joy. So follow through on things that you are already enjoying. Like if you enjoy video games, then maybe try looking up a book on video game design or something like that, right? Stay connected to things you actually enjoy. And then start pressing yourself to read harder stuff. Okay, once you already have a base of proper reading. Okay, so that's just that's the main thing that I would have added that's not really in here. All right, so then back to Rose Grace. AP Lit, how do I solve the MCQs? I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same way that I solve MCQs in Oh, do they have MCQ practice questions in online? They don't. But if you've ever watched my paper SAT streams, if you've ever watched, I mean, digital SAT is so much easier that might not feel very relevant. But if you've ever watched my paper SAT streams, there's lots of literature passages in paper SAT, and how do I solve it? I actually just read the passage. Like it's like insane. People freak out. People think they have to read the questions first, and then 아 뭐야 1번 문항에 가서 거기 뭐 어떤 어쩌고 저쩌고 line 4 to 10 or whatever. Stop being a pussy. Stop being spineless. Okay, actually read. And I know I probably shouldn't have said that. Do I get censored for that? I can't tell actually. I don't really know if that word counts on YouTube. But anyway, stop being such a coward. Okay, I have a video about this, by the way. I'm actually gonna link it to you real quick. Okay, YouTube. Coward begging the passage SAT reading. Okay, where is it? Stop begging the passage. Stop begging the passage SAT reading. Where is it? What's the name of the thing? Here, I'm gonna just Google search it because I'm getting all these like randos. Huh. Anyway, there we are. There we go. I can't give you rant. You're prepping the December SAT, but your reading isn't going up. Stop begging math the passage. This is actually really useful for long passage questions. Okay. So I actually I didn't even know I did this, but I literally wrote out instructions. So I strongly, guys, for long passages, okay, this is look at this summary that I've never seen before. Hang on, no, what is it? Sorry, I'm slightly distracted because I've just never seen this. This video is a passionate rant about the importance of mapping passages for the SAT reading section. The speaker argues that relying on question stems and answer choices to tell you where to look in the passage is a begging approach that will limit your score. Instead, they advocate for actively understanding mapping the passage to predict the answers and improve comprehension. Okay, that is exactly what I think. Exactly what I think. This is absolutely correct. And I don't know if you'll notice, but people have told me thank you many, many times on this particular video. So I strongly recommend watching this video. Okay, so yes, just to answer your question one more time, should you read the passage first? Yes. And then should you answer your questions? Yes. Should you read the questions first? No. All right, those are my answers. Now, but those are black and white answers. There's actually some gray area, and it depends on your target score. But right now it is November, and if you're in an AP class, that means you have about 6 months, 6 months. You almost have 6 months. 5.5, but whatever. You have 5.5 months until the AP test. That means it's kind of distracting to have my own face here, so I'm gonna. But what that means is, if you have 5.5 months, it means that you can actually improve your reading during that time. And this is the only way that your reading will improve. If you force yourself to read, okay, you're not going to improve by just using stupid statistical approaches where you just look at words in the answer choice and you're hoping that synonyms of these words in the answer choices are showing up in the passage. It's not the right way. So go ahead and listen to the entire rant. I think it'll help you. But the general idea is that you will shockingly save more time on hard questions if you read the passage, okay? And you will not only save more time, you will also improve your confidence on the medium difficulty questions, and you will even improve your confidence on some of the hard difficulty questions, even if it's not on all of the hard difficulty questions, okay? So that's my advice there. Now I have to move on to the next part of the stream. I just don't have a lot of time today, so I will be going to my members only section today. Okay, members only stream. And it's okay if you can't support me, but this is my stream for just extending my chatting time with people who want to support my channel. If you are curious about how to support my channel, you can look in the description down here. But even if maybe you just don't have the means or you don't have the ability to support me financially, I'll still be around. I'm going to be doing these weekly streams. Plus, I also am active in my Discord server, which you can find the link to also in the description down here. Okay. Besides that, if you thought that this stream was helpful for you, go ahead and hit that like button and let other people know on the YouTube world, in the YouTube universe, that this is a useful video. Okay, thank you guys for those questions. Those are really good questions. Really glad that I could help with you guys, Susan and Roju. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next stream, and until next time, keep on learning, keep on growing. Peace.